All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Market Trading. I am your host, Tone Vays, coming to you live for the second time in a day because desperate price moves are calling for desperate actions. Either that or I'm procrastinating doing my taxes. It's a combination of the two, to be honest with you. But yeah, crazy day. We're going to go through it. We're going to start with the charts, but today's a crazy day. I've never seen this much news in a single day. It was nuts. Not just price action, just like everything. But let's go to the price action. It's the one that matters the most. Super interesting charts. Welcome, Australia. I haven't been streaming in your time zone forever. You guys should be, maybe around noon there or something. Anyone from Australia? Give me a thumbs up if you're in Australia. I know I talk shit about your country all the time, but give me a thumbs up if you're from Australia or New Zealand. If anyone's alive over there. Sorry, bad joke. But have you seen the headlines? New Zealand's got like the highest excess death rate in like 100 years. Wonder why. Arizona. Well, yeah, you guys are earlier in the time zone. Bali, yeah, Bali will be awake. Welcome. Yeah, maybe I should do like short streams, morning and night, cover both time zones. But I don't know how to do a short stream. That's the problem. Venezuela, cool. All right, let's go to the charts. Moscow. Moscow, a little late in Moscow, no? All right, let's go to the charts, guys. Let's see what's going on. Man, I gotta go get my Buy the Dip shirt. I got this Buy the Dip mug. Oh, wait, hold on. Real quick. I forgot to do one thing before I go to the charts. I think I need to change my background. Choose visual background. Do I have it? Is this the one that's moving? Yeah, there we go. That's the background we want. Haven't used my my Bitcoin's apartment in a while. That's more fitting. Mongolia. Oh, hey, if you're in Mongolia, can you DM me? I don't know how to message you. Can Mangzorig, can you reach out to me somehow? I have no idea. Just like write a tweet, tag my name, you're from Mongolia or something. Or maybe like type your Telegram handle in the live chat. One of my moderators will send it to me. I may come to Mongolia for a day. I might. I want one more pin on my map, and I need to go to Japan, and I may be in Kazakhstan, and there's no direct flight from Almaty, Kazakhstan to Tokyo, but I can connect in Mongolia. So I can connect in other places too, but Mongolia just seems more interesting. And I've never been to Mongolia. I know nothing about Mongolia. Absolutely nothing. So even going there for one day would be super cool. Yeah, like I said, or just send a tweet, tag me, say you're from Mongolia, say you're the guy from my stream from Mongolia, and I'll DM you on Twitter. Just have your DMs open. Make sure you follow me on Twitter or something. Okay. Now let's go to the charts. So here's the weekly chart. You guys want the good news or the bad news? There's plenty of both. Okay, here's the good news. Let's be optimistic. The good news is we perfectly touched my buy the dip zone. Absolutely perfectly. We hit the long-term weekly moving average. That is the short-term weekly moving average. That is the 20-week moving average. We came back and bounced right off of it. We have separated the intermediate and the long-term moving averages completely. So on the way up, it'll be a lot easier to break them one by one. And my arrows were right on the money. This is the area where I expected us to rebound from and pull back to when the pullback started. So everything's great. We're still holding the SAR. We're holding the moving average. But here's the bad news. The bad news is actually the MRI. The MRI is just getting started. We had a red star candle, so the bearish trend is literally just getting started. And that's not good. So because of that, if we are going to continue into an MRI buy, this is going to take like 6 to 7 more weeks of downside. So that is a concern. But all in all, I'm optimistic here. Our allocation chart, the allocation chart, this will correct itself. It's flipping a candle. The allocation chart has also made it to a very critical support level. And right now I am at 40% bullish allocation. That allocation is definitely in the money and it's profitable, but the average entry is somewhere here. And I do not want to see this position go negative. That's the that's the average entry. Maybe it's a smidge higher. In any case, if we get a 4-day close below the long-term moving average, I'm going to have to go back to a full cash position. We're just not ready for the bull market yet. Just not ready for the bull market yet. But the good news is the long-term moving average is rising. So it'll take a little while for it to flip to the downside. So hopefully we'll reverse. But I just don't want to see this go into a negative position. I got to be real careful if we start closing below the long-term moving average. Daily chart. This is the best news yet. Daily chart has just bounced off of a double support, 2 critical moving averages, and most importantly, it's an MRI buy. I was very concerned that the MRI buy would come at a double bottom, but it did not come at a double bottom. And what did I tell everyone on this channel for weeks? I have been saying that this area of 21.5 is the last place I expected Bitcoin to bottom and reverse. Either it needed to do it up here at above 22,000, or it was going to crash and go to at least 20. That's what I've been saying. That's exactly what happened. I didn't think it would happen in 24 hours, but hey, sometimes you can't predict how panicky people will get. This has to do with many, many factors. But the point is, right now, I think the market is oversold. And I am looking for a bounce. But now, when it bounces, there's going to be a double resistance. That resistance is going to be the underside of the prior pullback and the 50-period moving average, which is probably going to start dropping very, very hard if we start going up very, very slow. The good news is that the 128-day moving average will cross versus the 200-day pretty soon. Either way, I think we're going to have a bounce at a minimum 1 to 2 candle correction. For you short-term traders out there, this is not a bad time to try to catch a falling knife. Your risk is very, very clean. Your risk is this line. That line is below 19.5. So 19.5 would be my stop loss. But I don't know if I would do it in overnight trading. I would probably wait till morning New York time to do it. But hopefully by morning New York time, the price won't be all the way back above 21,000. But this MRI buy, I'm taking it somewhat seriously. I do believe it's going to reverse the market. This one I wasn't too thrilled with because it was in consolidation. This MRI buy is happening perfectly the way I like to buy an MRI buy. Is 10,000 or less still on the cards? No, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We fell into an area I expected us to fall. So nothing has changed. 16,000 is not in jeopardy. 10,000 is not likely. None of these things are, you have not increased the probability of breaking 16,000 at all. The probability of breaking below 16,000 for me was identical at 25,000 or 20,000. Now, if we fall below 19,000, everything changes. But right now, for me, nothing has changed. Everything I said about the chances of breaking 16 were the same in this entire zone. So far, this is a healthy pullback with an unhealthy 24-hour final drop. But once again, we know why this is happening. This is happening, well, it's happening for multiple reasons. One of those reasons is this, the Federal Reserve. And yet the probability is shifting like crazy every single day. I need to start tweeting out daily charts. We need to start keeping track of this every day, and then we can have like a probability graph. I don't know if anyone has it. Like, I wish there was more like a daily line chart. That would be actually a pretty cool statistic. I should tell the Financial Summit research team to do that. Like, take this, write down this measurement every day, and then you can see how it's moving. And wait, just got a weird message. Okay, so this was 80. Oh, it started out at like 99% that it was going to be 25 basis points, and this was non-existent. So it was 99%, 25 basis points, and 1% nothing. Then it became 90%, 25 basis points, and 10%, 50 basis points. It slowly creeped to 20 versus 80. 80 on 25 basis points, 20% on 50. And then the moment Powell started speaking, this went to 80, and this dropped to 20. And now they're leveling off close to 50-50. I personally think that Powell should raise interest rate 25 basis points. But he might raise it 50. The inflation numbers next week are going to tell us. But this probability is what's panicking the stock market. And someone asked me for a correlation. We'll get to that later. Someone asked me for a correlation between Bitcoin and stocks. Well, here it is. It's a direct correlation. And this is horrendous. This is very, very scary. We have just broken a very critical trend line. We've broken the MRI support line. We've created a red candle on the daily MRI, though this is the futures market. We do need to look at the cash market tomorrow. Everything is hitting the fan in the S&P 500 right now, all because Powell is scared of inflation and is raising the interest rate. So this is a horrible looking chart. The actual S&P chart on a weekly scale let me check the moving average. That is the 200. That's still okay. I don't want us to go back to the 200. There's still a chance we're going to close below this trend line if we rally on the S&P tomorrow. but rally on the S&P tomorrow is unlikely. We have a red star candle indicating by the MRI that there is a downtrend. It didn't do much for us last time we had a red star candle, though it did do a lot for us the prior 2, 3, 4 times. So it's not always perfect, but the prior 4 times, it was a very good trade to the downside, made you very good percentage. The last time it wasn't good, and let's see what happens this time. I'm liking the samurai buy though. I don't think the job numbers are going to be horrible. Short-term chart. We have an MRI on a 4-hour chart. We have a second consecutive MRI buy. That is a very good sign. It's inside a daily MRI buy. We have some news. Bitcoin slips, yeah, that were CBDCs. Compass mining flags problems with ASIC miners. Interesting. Okay. When we look at the 1-hour chart, I wonder if the 1-hour chart, maybe, nope, that's not going to be on an MRI buy. Maybe here it was. Let's see. Oh, it was there. No good. The 4-hour is good. Okay, let's move on. Oil still stuck. Natural gas not doing anything. Gold. I really want to see silver rise because I'm selling my silver this weekend. That sucks. That really sucks. It's all right. I've already been scammed on silver for 10 years. What's an extra $300 in the 200 ounces I'm going to sell? Well, more like $400, but yeah. And people are like, Tone, you shouldn't sell your silver now. Oh yeah, when? I should have sold my silver at any point. I should have sold my silver here. I could have lived without this 25% gain over 10 years. It's okay. Like if I would have sold my silver at the very low, if I would have sold my silver at the low, not counting COVID low, if I would have sold my silver at the low, obviously I would have been buying because of the MRI right here. But if I would have sold my silver at the low, would have been December of 2015. And I would have put that money in the most dangerous, most risky index possible, meaning the S&P 500. So weekly chart, monthly chart, I would have sold my silver at the worst possible time. It would have been December 2015, right here. That's January. It would have been right here. I could have put that money in the S&P 500. And today I would have $90 gain. I would double my money, right? So I would have doubled my money had I sold my silver at the worst possible time. I would have doubled my money. Instead, I got a 25% gain since that month. It's just silver is just a bad investment. I'm just getting rid of it. It's a bad investment. Had it been paper silver, I would have exited long ago, but it was physical and in bars. And I was like, well, the world's going to collapse. The world's going to collapse. I'm going to need my silver. No, even if the world collapses, I'm not going to need my silver. No one will. I have been talking about it selling it since 2017. In 2017, I would have sold it for less money. So again, I should have sold it back then. I should have took it more seriously in 2020, but I wasn't paying attention. And in 2020, it looked really bullish. It just didn't materialize. See, this is funny. Tone, what do you think about the 30% tax proposition on Bitcoin electricity usage? No, that's insane. How are they gonna know what you're using your electricity for? You know, it's like, imagine if they say there's a 30% electricity surcharge on growing marijuana because it uses a lot of heat and a lot of lights. It's not gonna pass. You have a Republican House now, and you have a Republican House, and what, in 6 years, you're gonna end up with a Republican Senate, probably. It's not gonna happen. Hold on, I can't unhide a comment. Sup, is site Tony? Hey, it's hard. I know you're moderating, but Eastside Tony is a friend. He's not a troll. Just a heads up. Let his comments go. Republican Senate sounds like Star Wars. Yeah, true. So let's see where the GBTC premium ends up. I need to do a whole show on GBTC. All right, where are we here? I got these charts working again. I now have 2 of them. They're the same but different. So this is the chart we always look at. It's weekly data. And the government did not siphon off any additional oil. I guess that's good. Now, this is a monthly version of that chart, same chart. And here they have a toggle button to make it look annual. So this one actually starts at 0, which I like. Unlike the weekly chart, which starts at like 250 million barrels in the early 80s. This one starts in the 70s and it starts at 0, 77. And this is a little easier to look at. Unfortunately, the data only comes out once a month. So the data is going to come out. Release date. Well, where is January data? We should have January data. I don't know why it's not being shown, but probably at the end of the month, we'll see it. So I really like this. The monthly chart is just so much cleaner. And I wish there was an easy way for me to toggle from weekly to monthly, but I can't. I got to change it in the URL. I don't know how to change this thing from like weekly to monthly. Someone knows. If someone knows how I can change this, if someone knows how I can like easily change, like look at this chart, like the way it is here, like they have a button for monthly, annual, and I wish they had a button for weekly. Anyway, hey guys, if you're interested in the MRI, don't forget about the MRI notification service. I don't mention it as often as I should. I really need to do like weekly streams just about this service. It's free to try, and it sets up all these alerts. Check it out. As I told you guys, the mining is now back to 10 minutes per block. The block must have reset, new difficulty adjustment. And within a couple of days, this is going to be back to 7-8 minutes or 8-9 minutes. And that's why I think the halving is going to happen sooner than end of April. Notice how I closed all those tabs. I'm still working on this. This was just me checking numbers. I found some amazing websites. I thought I would have to do this manually, fill all this in manually, going back. I wanted to go back to the 50s, but that would have taken me like, I don't know, a year. But then I found this website, which is incredible. Historical data right here. Can't believe I found this. So you can download this data in Excel. I mean, this one is going back to 1789, which is amazing. And but I don't think I'm going back that far. So you can see surplus and deficits. I haven't downloaded this one yet. I don't know if I can process that much information. So what I've been focusing on is from 1964, so 62, this data here. And you can get it in Excel, and you can get this, and the good thing is you can get this data by department, based on department, but you could also get this data based on the function of the department, not each department, but like by function, not by department. And now they group it a little bit differently, but you can get all this data going back. And you can even see net interest. That's the best part. Like they even have like the net interest. And I want to show it to you. Shoot, I wasn't even going to do it on this stream. I have it in I have the Excel file. I haven't transferred it to the to this Excel, to a different Excel. Let me see. Which table is that? That is table 3.2. Wait, I don't have that one. I don't have 3.2. I have 4 outlays by agency. Yeah, here it is. No, I don't want agency. I want by function. Outlays. There has to be 5 then. 5. Budget authority, discretionary. Budget authority by function and subfunction. This is it. Function and subfunction. There's also super function and function, which is also great data. But I think it's this one, function and subfunction. And this is, no, this is 4.1. This is 5.1. Crap. So what is this? Yeah, function and subfunction. Here it is. Cool. So you know what? I'm just going to do this. It's a lot of data. It may not be easy to process. Let me just do this real quick. Well, I can just paste it here. This might take a minute. But it's freaking awesome. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. It's a lot of data. See, here's the thing, right? I'm copying data on an Excel tab to another Excel, and look how long it's taking me to do it. And people actually think that there's free unlimited data storage in a blockchain. I mean, it's ridiculous concepts. All right, where's the data? There it is. There's the data. Look, it's absolutely incredible. This is every function of the US government. Transportation is by function, not by department. Medicare, income security, and they break it down. Housing assistance, unemployment compensation, federal employee retirement, all of these things. Social security, and over here, they have net interest. And here's the best part. So let me do this. Tools. Nope, not that one. Wait, what's going on here? Excel just changed this thing. It's really weird. So we're gonna freeze the top row and we're gonna freeze the top column. There was a problem. Why was there a problem? It's probably this and this. Crap. Let's try that again. View freeze column. There it is. Yep. So now if I go scroll all the way to the right, so this data only goes to 2020. I'm just gonna make this gray, light gray, just for contrast. Okay. So let me do this. Oh, damn it. Insert, crap. Insert 4 columns, right? Just so I can do this. Okay, so here's the 2020 data, right? Oh, that's the problem. Okay. In millions of dollars. Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I don't need this line. I'm not keeping this anyway. I'm going to redo this anyway. Let me drop that. Let me drop that. And now I can freeze top row. Okay. Now we go to 2020. So the 2020 numbers, they're not exact, but they're close. They're close enough. We're off by, this data is off by about $1 billion, which is not a big deal. $1 billion for the government is nothing. I don't know, it's like, you know, it's like one monthly payment to Zelensky's personal bank account. So like $1 billion is nothing. And right here, here's the best part. Let me highlight interest, net interest. Wait, this here, highlighted empty row. That's kind of useless. Okay, so this number is pretty close. I mean, all of these numbers are off by like 5 billion here, 3 billion there, than other places of these numbers. I don't think this report was done when the final budget was done. Like, I'm just not sure. I got to compare these numbers with 2019. But anyway, when you look at this, look at how much interest the government was paying in prior years. Like, even if these numbers aren't right, they're close. They're within $1 billion. So look at how much net interest the government's been paying. But here's the best part. This data, even though it goes back to 1962, this was done before they knew 21 numbers or further. And these were their estimates up to 2026. And you can see right here that their estimate for this year was 305 billion spent on net interest. And here is what I mean, to go back to that ridiculous chart. And you guys might not have believed me when I said it's going to go up exponential. Let's go back to this, where you can see the actual number of net interest paid. The net interest that was paid somewhere here in 2022 was 475 billion. That's what we just paid. 2 years ago, the government had estimated that that interest this year would only be 305. but it was 475. Now you can say, well, Tone, that's only $74 billion. What's the big deal? You know, the government is $1 trillion in the hole. But look how wrong they were by percentage. By percentage, they were wrong by about 40%, 45%. You can do the math. They projected just over 300. They got 475. Wait, they were wrong by more than 50%, right? So you just take the new number of 475. Oh, forgot to put equals. Equals 475. And you divide that by the old number of 305. And then you take away the rounding. They were off by 55.7%. Okay. That's how much they were off by. They were wrong by 56% if we round. Off by 56%. So if they were wrong by 56% over here, imagine how they're wrong over here. So the number that we paid this year was the number they didn't think we would have to pay until 2025. We paid 475 this year. So we paid more than the estimate for 2025. And these estimates are done with an interest rate that I guarantee you was below 5%. So this number here for 2026 is probably off by over 100%. I think we're going to be at $1 trillion within 2 years in net interest. And this is why the politicians are going to lose their shit when they realize what's happening if Powell keeps raising the interest rate. Because this was their budget projection. Look, like it's not even close. Like, how are you off by 50% within 2 years? Imagine if another department was off by 50%. That's what it means. And because of how low these numbers are, next year, they're not going to be off by 50%. Next year, they're going to be off by 100%. Like next year alone, they could probably be off by 100%. If Powell raises interest rates to say 6.5 by the end of this year, then this number here is going to be over $600 billion. Anyway, I'm boring everyone. Let me stop. So I want to say 175, not 75. Yeah, they're off by 175. Yeah. They're off by 175 billion. All right, guys. I only wanted to go to 10 p.m. We got 10 minutes. Bitfarms, it's coming. It's coming. I wanted it in the 60-cent range. It's coming. A lot of the drop happened after hours. So this stock could open below 60 cents. I didn't think it was going to close this gap, but if it does, man, I'd love to pick it up at 50 cents. The MRI buy came and went, so I'll just stay patient for now. I mean, nothing is going to beat this trade. I mean, that trade was insane. 200% in a month? You're not going to get that again, but you may get 100% in a few months. from 50 cents. It may go back to, but once it goes back to $1, I think it'll break out. I mean, this is still my target. $2. I think $2 is reasonable. I don't like setting targets, but I think $2 on the stock's reasonable. So what? What's a couple of trillion among WEF friends? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but you guys do have to watch my prior 2 episodes in order to really understand what the hell I'm talking about with these Excel spreadsheets of the budget. Like, I have no idea when I'm going to find time to crunch these numbers and make graphs out of them, but it's kind of cool that they're giving you data from 17 something on receipts and outlays. I'm really curious, you know, what George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, whether they were running a surplus or a deficit, and what their receipts were, because there weren't any taxes. I'm kind of curious what that data looks like. Like, I don't really care by percentage of GDP. I think that's such a ridiculous metric. Like, I think GDP is a ridiculous metric, but we're not going to get into that. Like, I don't care about percentage of GDP. I care about raw numbers. Oh, crap. Tequila spreadsheet. I need to do that. Oh, Mongolia guy hit me up. Cool. And it's not the first time we've chatted. Awesome. Thanks for thanks for using the MRI, man. Okay, so let's talk about today. Today was such an insane day. I don't even know where to start. So today alone, there were 2 government hearings, and they're both nuts. Matt Taibbi is explaining this lady is a menace. They all are. Like, what are we going to listen to first? I don't even know if this was the same hearing or another hearing. This is basically proof that oh, I can't even say these words. This is basically proof that a virus that happens to start with the letter V, no, the letter C. It's late. A virus that happens to start with the letter C happened to go through a process called GOF, and this virologist, oh, can't say that word. This doctor was basically very suspicious of it and alerted a certain authority, and then that authority had a meeting about it without his presence, and then did the complete opposite. So, Luke Rudowski, you're doing a great job. So this was crazy. I don't know if that was the same hearing or not. I just started listening to the Twitter hearing. It's a 6-hour hearing. Then there was this insanity of the guy about fossil fuels. All of this is happening today. They're trying to force Matt Taibbi to give up his sources, which is crazy and illegal. And whoever this lady is should be in prison for even trying to get him to do that. Zuby always has great statements. I still can't believe how many communists and Marxists there are, even though over 100 million people have been killed. Great comment by Zuby. Alex Epstein, that's the guy. They're trying to make him into a white supremacist racist, which is complete bullshit. The day's been out of control. This has been the funniest video I've seen all year. Have you guys seen this?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the U.S. Capitol building. If you've joined
How's the audio?
Please make sure you pick up a promotional leaflet on the way in, stay inside the safety cordons at all times, and if you get lost, speak to one of our Capitol police officers, they'll be sure to point you in the right direction. And be sure to set aside a little time today to join us for some insurrection activities, including our photography tour, our fancy dress competition, and have a go on our climbing wall. But don't forget those safety ropes. And I've now received the results of our fancy dress competition. The winner today is Jacob Chansley. That's Mr. Jacob Chansley. If you could report to your nearest Capitol police officer, they'll be sure to give you your prize, a guided tour of the building. And all that's left is for me to thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the insurrection. Wherever possible, please try to clean up after yourselves. Don't forget to visit the souvenir shop on the way out, and feel free to join us on the outdoor terrace for Nancy Pelosi's Insurrection Soiree. Grab yourself a light refreshment and enjoy the music of our very own fancy dress competition.
Yeah, so he is still in prison. I hope you guys can hear me. He's still in prison. He gets out like November this year after a 3.5-year sentence. And I'd love to get a hold of him and do an interview. He probably won't remember me, but him and I did speak for about 20 minutes. I did not have it recorded. I was not streaming at the time. I was just curious as to why he's walking around shirtless in sub-freezing weather. It was freezing there that day. It was absolutely freezing. So I spent like 10-15 minutes at least talking to the guy, and he was explaining how he was not cold. Super interesting. Also today, we learned that the New York Times is saying that Donald Trump might be arrested any minute. Also today, like this shit doesn't end. It's an absolutely crazy day. Oh yeah, people keep asking about cards, guys. They're the Bitcoin trading cards. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out how to get them. There's also links in the video description. Though they're all sold out, so you're not getting them. You have to buy it at like auctions. Whoopi Goldberg is, oh God. This is great. I'm going to play this for you guys. Man, Twitter is such a rabbit hole. So what else was I going to say about today? Something else crazy was happening today. Oh, the lawsuit with KuCoin apparently is like explaining how Ethereum is a security, but they didn't actually say it's a security. But it's very, very interesting. Yeah, here. This guy is great.
All of those who think it's cool to sit back in the safety of their mother's basement make.
I wish this was louder. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
All of those who think it's cool.
Hold on, let me turn on
the safety of their mother's basement make clips of my video.
Let me turn on a speaker here. Let me see if I'll transfer audio. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, I think so. Mic check, mic check. Yeah. Yep, I see green bars. Okay, let me see if this comes through here now. Yep. I think. Let me see.
shit about me out there on the internet.
All right,
You little fuckers have no idea.
hold on. Yeah, I'll put this next to the speaker. Next to the microphone.
This one's for all the haters out there. All of those who think it's cool to sit back in the safety of their mother's basement, make clips of my videos, and talk shit about me out there on the internet. You little fuckers have no idea the life I've lived. 41 years working professionally with horses, 30 of those spent as a remote wilderness guide. I did shit on a daily basis that would make you bitches piss yourself. I stood down 9 grizzly bear charges in my life, 5 black bear charges. And I once stepped up and stuffed an 8-foot Tom Cougar square in the fucking mug with my walking stick to save one of my dogs. I watched 17 horses lose their lives out there. I lost 3 good friends. And I've held the lifeless body of my best friend in my arms. I've heard my own bones snap. I've stitched my fucking body twice myself. And I've felt the searing fucking heat of a hot brand. You fuckers have no idea what tough is sitting back in your fucking mom's basement, going to work in your cubicle, stopping by 7-Eleven on the way home, and then talking trash about fellas like me. You know what? I feel sorry for you fuckers, I really do. Because what I see is a whole world full of hate-filled, little soft and gushy blue smurfs. Harmless. Yap, yap, yap. But
Yeah, that was insane. Look at the guy's hands. You know the guy works for a living with his hands. You ever seen like a sailor's hands? Man, when you do a lot of work with your hands, your hands become like double the size. It's crazy. You don't want to take a punch from this guy, trust me. Yeah, man, this is it's been one crazy day. One absolutely crazy day. All right, any questions before I shut this off? Yeah, if you're curious where I found that data, it's govinfo.gov. Govinfo.gov. If you just go to that website, govinfo.gov, it's easier to get it from here. Maybe not. Hold on. How the hell did I get this? How the hell did I get there? Wait. Okay, I have no idea how I got to it, but it's somewhere on this site. Budget of US government. No, that's by fiscal year. Crap. Somehow I got it. I have no idea. Like, I'm Googling all day and somehow I landed on that page. I wonder if anyone else knows it exists. History. Nope, not this history. I need data. All right, maybe I'll just paste a link in the live chat or something. Yeah, I don't know how I got to this. I really don't, but it's there. Like all this data. It's amazing. There you go. Pack of cards. Yeah, why not? We'll open a pack of cards. Yeah, moderators, if there's any good questions, shoot them over. I got to do my taxes. I really need to start tonight. All right, we're feeling lucky with the cards. How lucky we're feeling with the cards. I'm gonna try not to see the last card. I need to stop screen share. All right. Not looking at the cards. Hope the last one is something good. All right, what do we got? Oh, the Halving, one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite arts. Perfect. We have Bitcoin Standard. Haven't had this one in a while. Shout out to Saifuddin for an awesome book. Next. Oh, decentralization or decentralized. I have not gotten this card in forever. It's always the centralization version of that card. We have BitcoinTimes.com. I've gotten this one a few times. We have the Bitcoin card. Oh, that one just got a little damaged, but it's a common card. I have a lot of these. I'll be giving them away. We have the Federal Reserve card. Super cool art. Oh, come on, focus. There it is. Very intricate. Monetary history. Cool card. I gotta read the back of these cards. Economics. I haven't gotten this one in a while. This is bull markets? No, this is bear markets. How many cards I have left? Okay, I think 2. We have the currency card with the Titanic. And the last card is blue card. Bitcoin Maximalist. Man, guys, I only have 4 packs left. There's 4 packs left here. And we got to get a Tone Vays card. I bet you it'll be the very last pack. It's always the last pack. So, but I also like reordered them. So it's not like literally the last pack in the box. These are in random order. I didn't want to like do it in order that the box came in. So I kind of reordered them already. So it's random. So the pack on the bottom is not the pack that was on the bottom when the box showed up. So it's all random completely. But we have another blue card, the Bitcoin Maximalist card. Cool. And we got 4 more packs to find a Tone Vays card. I think a few packs are still for sale. Check the links in my video description. I should tweet out these backgrounds. Like, you guys can use them. I'm not like, I don't care. Behind me on the right, there is money being burned. Money burning. I'm actually embarrassed about one of the tequilas behind me over there. The Clase Azul. Ugh. Nice looking bottle, but I'd never drink it. What's a Tone Vays card worth to you? Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out. If I don't get it, we're gonna find out. All right, guys, we'll talk more about Bitfarm stock tomorrow. Let's see where the market opens, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Talk to you all on the next one. Enjoy. Hey, Tony, just DM me on Telegram. I'll shoot you the background. All right, later, guys.